Have you ever wondered if there's a link between childhood trauma, ADHD, and addiction? The world of science has been meticulously exploring this very connection, shining a light on the intricate pathways of the human mind. It's no secret that these issues are prevalent in our society. Childhood trauma, a haunting spectre of the past, is more common than we'd like to admit. ADHD, a disorder of focus and impulse control, affects millions worldwide. Addiction, a relentless battle against oneself, is a struggle that too many individuals face. Interestingly, these issues don't exist in isolation. They often coexist, stringing together a sequence of dominoes that tumble one after the other. Trauma can sow the seeds of ADHD, which left unchecked can spiral into addiction. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? The complexity of the human mind is fascinating, isn't it? But let's delve deeper into the science behind this. Let's look into the scientific research that links childhood trauma, ADHD, and addiction. When a child experiences trauma, it can have a profound impact on their brain development. Excessive exposure to stress hormones during these formative years can affect the brain's structure and its functioning, particularly in areas responsible for memory, emotional regulation, and impulse control. This can lead to difficulties in concentrating, hyperactivity, and impulsiveness, which are hallmark symptoms of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. Now, how does ADHD fit into the picture? Well, individuals with ADHD often have a deficiency in dopamine, a neurotransmitter that plays a crucial role in our ability to feel pleasure, stay motivated, and maintain focus. This dopamine deficiency can make everyday tasks feel dull and unrewarding, leading those with ADHD to seek out stimulating activities or substances as a form of self-medication, often manifesting as addiction. Let's delve into some research to substantiate these points. A study published in the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry found that children who experienced severe trauma were 3 times more likely to develop ADHD. Another study published in the American Journal of Psychiatry discovered that adults with ADHD were about 2.5 times more likely to struggle with substance abuse. Moreover, a compelling research study from the National Institutes of Health found that ADHD individuals had significantly lower levels of dopamine receptors in the reward pathway of their brains. This deficiency could explain their increased susceptibility to substance abuse, as they might use drugs or alcohol to increase their dopamine levels artificially. As we delve deeper into the science, it becomes clear that the relationship between childhood trauma, ADHD, and addiction is not just coincidental, but rather a complex interplay of neurological, psychological, and environmental factors. As we can see, these issues are intricately linked, and one can lead to another in a complex chain reaction. Now, let's talk about how this cycle continues and how it can be broken. Untreated ADHD has a tendency to lead individuals down a path of addiction. This is born out of a desperate attempt to self-medicate, to find relief from the constant turmoil that ADHD can bring. But this choice, this path, only intensifies the symptoms of ADHD, creating a vicious self-perpetuating cycle. The cycle is relentless. It grips tightly, holding its victims in a constant state of turmoil, a whirlwind of impulsivity, hyperactivity, and inattention, further fueled by the throes of addiction. But there is hope. Early intervention and treatment are the keys to breaking this cycle. It's about recognizing the signs, understanding the connection, and seeking help. It's about providing a nurturing environment that fosters resilience, empathy, and understanding. Breaking the cycle is no easy feat, but it is possible with the right support and treatment. So what have we learned today about the link between childhood trauma, ADHD, and addiction? We've delved into the intricate connections that exist between these 3 elements. We've explored how childhood trauma can impact brain development, potentially leading to conditions like ADHD. This trauma can disrupt normal neural pathways, setting the stage for a different way of functioning and perceiving the world. We also discussed ADHD and its ties to dopamine deficiency. This deficiency could cause individuals to seek out stimulants and potentially fall into the cycle of addiction as they strive to balance their brain chemistry. Furthermore, we looked into the cycle of trauma and addiction. This vicious cycle often begins with trauma, leading to mental health issues like ADHD, which can then spiral into addiction as individuals seek out ways to cope. It's a complex web we've woven today, but understanding these connections can help us better address these issues and support those affected by them. Thank you for watching our video on the link between childhood trauma, ADHD, and addiction. We hope you found this information informative and enlightening. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button. Your likes help us to reach more people and spread awareness about these important issues. If you're new here, or if you haven't already, we encourage you to hit the subscribe button. We regularly post content like this, aimed at educating and creating a community of informed, empathetic individuals. Finally, we urge you to share this video. You never know who might find this information helpful or who might be silently battling these issues. Remember, understanding these complex issues is the first step towards addressing them. Thank you for joining us in this journey.